really? Oh.
Rick.
Can I go wee now?
Yes, you can go wee now.
Whee! Light without heat.
Irrational and emotionally fragile by nature, female co-workers are a peculiar animal. They are very insecure about their appearance. Be sure to tell them how good they look every day, even if they're homely and unkempt. You're doing a great job, Muriel, and you're prettier than Mamie Van Doren. And remember, nothing says good job like a firm, open palm slap on the behind.
Oh, you out of time, baby. Damn!
Light Without Heat and King's X, one of the tracks in the chat room's collective favorite tracks there, Pleiades, and before that we heard We Were Born to Be Loved, and kicked off the set with the obvious set opener, Groove Machine. Boys and girls, we are joined on the line right now by the man himself. The moment has arrived, and Mr. Jerry Gaskill is here. What's up, brother?
Woo-hoo. Hey, man, doing good. Glad to be here.
Awesome, man. First and foremost, I guess we should talk about everything that's went down with you for the past. I mean, everybody's kind of wanting to know how you are and how's your health these days, and if you can tell us a little bit about what happened last September and how you're feeling now.
All right, well, basically, I'm feeling good. I feel pretty good.
Great.
I've been through quite a bit. I'm still recovering. I'm still realizing that my body can get well again, and but I think all in all, I'm on the right track, and I'm hoping and believing that ultimately I'll be better than ever. And basically, what happened last September, found a nodule on my thyroid, and the doctor was concerned about it. He wanted me to have that checked,
Right.
make sure it wasn't cancerous or anything. And so I went in to have that checked out. They did a biopsy, took half my thyroid out, and then I'm in recovery, and I'm feeling really bad, really nauseous and sweaty and just basically horrible. And I'm telling the doctors and the nurses, I text my wife and say, I feel really, really bad, sweetie. And then they just say, oh, it's the anesthesia. It'll wear off in about 24 hours. You should be fine. I said, all right, I can deal with that. And then maybe 6 hours later, this team of doctors rush in going, you're having a heart attack.
Oh.
I'm going, oh, really? All right, then, cool.
Oh, man.
So and I mean, that came out of nowhere. I did not expect that.
This time you were in the right place, though.
Yeah, I was in the right place, perfect situation. Couldn't have possibly been a better place for me to be to have a heart attack. So they took some, I had to have a catheter put in, and or catheterization, whatever you call it. And they opened up the blockage. And as soon as they opened it up, it felt great. And my doctor wanted to put the stent in on the first heart attack for my love. After he put it in there, he leaned over me and said, you're going to need open heart surgery. I'm like, really? Are you serious? You know, I thought he was joking at first. I really did. I thought he was just trying to ease the tension. Sure enough, no, I did need open heart surgery. So I had double bypass surgery about a week later, and ever since then I've just been recovering and healing.
So you had a double bypass.
Double bypass.
Wow.
I'm sure did, with my chest right open.
Wow, man.
Yep. Part of the Zipper Club now.
Yeah, the Zipper Club. Man, we're just, I tell you what, everybody that I've talked to and everyone here on the show is actually, that's all we've been worried about. You know, it's not like, oh, when this is going to happen or when that's going to happen. It's like more of the questions that I got posed to me when they found out you were going to be on the show is, you know, how's Jerry doing? How's his health? What's going on? So everybody's got a great big smile on their face, you know, and just knowing you're doing well. I mean, you're doing well as possibly can be expected anyway.
I am doing well. I'm doing as good as can be expected. It's just going to take some time. I mean, this is something that will take time for me to heal.
Of course.
That's all there's to it. I'm not thinking about playing. I'm not. That's not where I'm at right now. My concern is just to get well. Although I have played. I've played a bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I actually did some recording with my son and J.D. DeServio from Black Label Society.
Nice.
So very, very happy about it. I think it's going to be cool. My son came and stayed with me for about a month and a half, and J.D. and my wife and I have been talking about getting together for dinner for a long time, and so we finally decided to do it. So my son was here, so he went over there with us, and he was showing us his house. He took us to a studio, and there was a set of drums sitting there. And it just hit me. I think I got to play those. I hadn't played yet.
It's like, Jerry, come play me.
That's exactly it. I think I got to play them. So I sat behind the drums, and JD recorded it. I played for maybe 5 minutes. Just got there and just played some beats off the top of my head. and he recorded it. We listened back. He put some keyboards down on it. My son put some vocals over top of it. We came up with a song, and we loved it. And I think we're a band now.
Awesome. Very, very cool, man.
Yeah. And I have to mention too that there's another guy named Andy Blacksugar, who is the guitar player.
Ah.
Who it's a funny story how he played guitar when I did my solo shows. Great guitar player. He's played a lot of my new solo record.
Oh, okay.
He just called me out of nowhere. Said, hey, we got to get together sometime. He's never done that ever. And it was just around the same time that I was going to see JD. And so I invited him to come over the next week just to jam. So we did, and we just jammed, just made things up. And that's how this whole band started, and I think that's how this whole band's going to be. It's just making things up out of nowhere.
Perfect.
And I think it's going to be really, really cool, and we're excited about it. So that's that. I played with my friend Bob Berger, staying with him, played 3 songs with him. That was the first time I played in public, and it felt great. I'm not ready to do a whole show. I'm still just not as strong as I want to be.
Well, yeah.
Maybe someday.
That's understandable, and we will all await that someday. I think everybody's going to, we're all awaiting that, but of course, no worries and no hurries, man, because your health is what comes first.
Yeah, and I'm not going to do it unless I can do it, 110%.
Exactly, and that's what I've saw from you all these years now. I guess we'll go ahead and get into some music. We're going to go ahead and do a couple tracks from Mr. Jerry Gaskill here on the program. And the first track will be going back to I think this is the last studio effort from King's X, 15. And this one might ring a bell for you there, Jerry. It's called Julie.
Julie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know anybody named Julie.
I think you might, though.
Really?
Think real hard.
Oh, let me think. Oh, my wife.
Ah, yeah.
My wife's name's Julie.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
What would this track be about, maybe?
I think it's about 3 minutes, something like that.
Any information lyrically about, or what did the song? What inspired you for this song?
Well, I'd say one word would sum it up.
Okay.
And that word would be tequila.
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 Oh, and now the lyrics make a lot more sense. All right, boys and girls, we're joined by Jerry Gaskill on the line right now. This is King's X and Julie on Light Without Heat.
From your eyes, never enough coming from mine. I've been sold to find my way. I'm not looking for love today.
Oh, boy, is this great!
I don't care if you're sick. What can I possibly do with an American library and the contract on you? Got 6 broken soldiers in the trunk of my car. 2 of them speak for goodbye. Rides in the closet, a 6-shooter again. Caged up girl
Light Without Heat and King's X, a track called Six Broken Soldiers, originally appearing on the Faith, Hope, Love album from 1990. That was a little bit of extra business there. We are joined on the phone right now by Mr. Jerry Gaskill from King's X. Jerry, what's up, man?
Hey, man. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody from Mr. Jerry. And that track, yeah, Six Broken Soldiers, and I had that lying around for quite some time, and Jerry just informed me where it came from because I was not sure. There's about a minute and a half of extra drum business at the end of Six Broken Soldiers. The version I just played anyway. Where did that come from? That's not on Faith Up Love. That version.
I believe, if I remember correctly, that is the B-side of an It's Love single that we put out.
The B-side of It's Love.
And we just thought we'd add some extra stuff on there just to make it something more for people to hear, something a little extra.
And that is a lot extra. Like about 80 seconds of extra Jerry business going on there at the end. And dumb question, but I'm hearing this all over the place at the end of that as it faded out. Am I hearing a double kick or no?
You are not hearing a double kick. You may be hearing double kicks, but you're not hearing two pedals.
That's what I meant.
You're hearing only one pedal, and you will always hear one pedal from me.
That's kind of what I thought, but I'm hearing I'm just hearing badass licks. How's that?
It's just badass single kick pedal stuff. That's what it is.
Very, very cool. Well, we are joined tonight by Jerry Gaskill from King's X. Thank you so much for being here again. And there's something really cool going on with you guys, actually. King's X is planning this year to reissue several actual albums, some on CD, some on vinyl, some on CD and vinyl. Tell us a little bit about that, Jerry.
Well, I think you just said it. That's exactly what we're doing.
Okay.
Releasing Faith, Hope, Love on CD and vinyl, Gretchen Goes Nebraska on vinyl, How the Flower Planet on vinyl, King's X, the fourth record on CD and vinyl, Ear Candy on CD and vinyl, and Dogman on vinyl.
Nice.
I think these CDs are all going to be remastered as well.
Oh, very cool. Awesome,
yeah.
Man. I'm first in line for that. And so you guys are looking for, as far as the packaging, I saw on Facebook where you guys are looking for pictures, maybe fan pictures, stage shots, anything from that era that you're wanting fans to actually submit for possibility to add to this.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, anything anybody has from, their personal archives or whatever, that'd be awesome if they'd want to share them with us, and maybe we can put them in the package and share them with everybody else.
There's a lot of those, too. I see those all over the place. And so, so King's X are actually, really looking for that stuff. And if you go back to that era with the band, you can send those photos to kingsxphotos@gmail.com. That is the website they've put up, or the email address, where you can actually send those photos. Moving forward now, we're going to go back to the CD, Jerry's solo CD from 2004. Hard to believe it's been, a decade for this, but it's one of my favorite albums, Come Somewhere.
Thanks, man. It's one of my favorites, too.
Oh, yeah. We're going to hear a couple tracks from that. The first track is called, that we're going to hear tonight anyway, it's called She's Cool. Jerry, can you tell us anything?
Cool.
Yeah. Can you tell us anything about this one?
I could. I wrote it. Probably tell you something about it.
Exactly.
But will I? That's the question. I guess I could say something about it.
Okay.
I know that the word pornographic is in there. Pornographic Fairytales, I think it is.
No, I think it's Carousel. All right, disclaimer, we were talking about this earlier off the air, and I screwed up. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there now. I screwed up the freaking words to Jerry's song while we were talking, and he called me out on it. So I do want everyone to know that because all right. No, it is Pornographic Carousel, Jerry.
Right. And you said Fairytales. But anyway, I had the melody in my head, and that word just came into my mind and fit perfectly. The amount of syllables and the sound of it was perfect. So I had to write words around that one word.
Right.
So that's where the lyrics started. And then like all the rest of the songs on the record, it ended up being about some girl. The whole record's about girls.
The whole record.
Basically.
Yep.
except for one song about my son.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Johnny's song. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's song.
But the rest of them are about girls. The rest of them are about.
The rest are about girls. Yeah.
The rest, yeah, are about
the
girls.
most part.
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
All right, well, let's check it out. This is a track called She's Cool from Jerry Gaskill's solo album. And where can they get this, Jerry, by the way, if they want to pick this album up?
I think you can get it online. I think you can probably Amazon, maybe iTunes.
Okay.
I think you can.
Awesome.
I hope you can.
I've had it for a long time. I don't even remember where I've had it since it came out, so I'm not an expert on that. But
I mean, you can Google it. You can just type in Jerry Gaskill Come Somewhere. I'm sure it'll come up, and you can find out where you can buy it.
Absolutely. So you guys go get this album, and it's called Come Somewhere. The track we're getting ready to hear is called She's Cool. Jerry Gaskill is our guest tonight. Oh, yeah, this has been a crazy night. Jerry Gaskill is our guest on Light Without Heat. Here, She's Cool.
Looking through a telescope to view the pornographic carousel. Taking too much time to see the ordinary faces, scared as hell. Sitting lonely by the pool, thinking she's just way too cool to leave alone. Here and there I'll see her smile. She's so many, many miles away from home. Turning down my best submission to crawl inside my worst contention. Oh, so I build these walls of liquid. Oh, can't see through and can't see under. Oh, looking through a telescope to view the pornographic carousel. Taking too much time to see the ordinary faces, scared as hell. Sitting lonely by the pool, thinking she's just way too cool to leave alone. Here and there I'll see her smile. She's so many, many miles away from home. Turning down my best submission to crawl inside my worst contention. Oh, so I build these walls of liquid. Oh, can't see through and can't see under. Oh, turning down my best submission to crawl inside my worst contention. Oh, so I build these walls of liquid. Oh, can't see through and can't see under. Oh.
The pig goes wank. The cow goes shazoo.
It most certainly does not.
The rooster goes
Kikrigi!
Where? Where does the rooster say that?
the monkey goes
Macaque!
No, it does not.
the elephant goes thwomp.
Oh, yeah, kinda.
Light without heat.
Whenever I walk alone in London or even Rome, You are there by my side, you're always on my mind. Walking through Italy, Austin or Calgary, you are my company, you're always on my mind. Crawling through the riddled forest, Queen song, back to you and me. Far away, take the wise. Can this be? Found my wife, she fears no maze. Her heart's ablaze, she loves me too. Whenever I walk alone in London or even Rome, you are there by my side, you're always on my mind. Walking through Italy, Boston or Calgary, you are my company, you're always on my mind. Crawling through the riddle forest, Queen song, back to you and me. I can't doubt in front of blank psycho schemes. Now I see the feet. Far away, take the wise. Can this be? Found my wife, she fears no maze. Her heart's ablaze, she loves me too. Can this really be true? No, I never, 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 never. No, I never, 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 never. No, I never wanted to hurt her. But I did it anyway.
Light Without Heat and Jerry Gaskill, a track from Come Somewhere from 2004. That track was a track called Walk Alone, and we are joined still on the line by the man himself, Mr. Jerry Gaskill from King's X. How's it going, Jerry?
Doing good, man.
Ooh.
They're all the time.
Great. What can you tell us about the track Walk Alone that we just heard?
Well, I can tell you that I remember being somewhere in Europe. I'm thinking I was Hungary, not sure. But somewhere I walked up to a park by myself, and this melody just popped into my head. And so I came home to actually do the song. I figured I'm going to write songs about walking alone, thinking about a girl. A girl that I didn't even know, a girl that didn't even exist, or maybe she did exist. And I just didn't know it yet. And I think a lot of the songs on that record were that way. I was writing about a certain person, I thought, but I think it ended up being about another person. So it's my wife now. I think that it was all kind of prophetic in a way.
Someone you were yet to meet.
Yeah,
someone you were yet to meet.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't know that. I know it now.
Right. Cool, man. All right. Well, since we just heard music from your solo record from a decade ago, and we know that you have, and I have all these setbacks and stuff going on, and what happened to you last year, but you are in the process of recording a new solo album, right?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm working with a friend of mine named Dan Carcos. He calls himself D.A. Carcos. I call him Dan. And we're getting really close to being finished with it.
Cool.
I have a bunch of guest appearances on there that we're really excited about. Like Phil Keaggy, for instance.
Oh, cool.
Guitar on tune.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in his basement, his studio with him, as he's recording this song. And this is something I never think or never even would dare to say, because it's something that can't really be reality. But as I'm sitting there watching him play, I'm thinking to myself, I think Phil Keaggy's the best guitar player in the world. It was just so incredible to watch him just do what he did, just out of nowhere.
Right, and come full circle, really, because, he worked
in his band.
Right.
So I met Doug. We were in his band together. Yeah, and then Earl Slick played a couple songs. And J.D. DeServio from Black Label Society played on the tune. My good friend Bob Berger plays bass on the tune.
Nice.
Andy Blacksugar, who I mentioned earlier, does a lot of guitar stuff on here. Great. Billy Sheehan's played on the tune, trying to get him on two. And Dave Parks, drummer, friend of mine, plays a Low Catch Cowboys. He's doing some percussion stuff on there. So we're excited about it, man. We think if you liked the first record at all, or maybe if you didn't like the first record, I think you might like the second record.
I did like the first record.
Cool, but I think you'll like this one too.
I hope. Of course I will.
And I think, like you said, it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
But I do believe, and I have a feeling that it might just be worth the wait.
And that's the deal, yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely. And to sit and make sure everything is perfect. I mean, aside from the fact of everything you've been through, I've seen musicians and artists that try to kind of force their stuff out there prematurely, but if you kind of sit with something for a little while and fix a little mistake so you're not going back later on going, oh, man, I wish I'd have fixed that and all that good stuff, yeah.
And we really want to do that with this record. We really want to make a record that we're happy with all the parts, that we can listen to it and enjoy it ourselves,
Right.
Not have to go, oh, man, okay, I know we had to get it out there, so we just let it go. Although that's always going to be the case. I'm never going to be able to just listen to anything that I've done without feeling a little bit of cringe somewhere. That's just the way I am.
Yeah, I completely understand that too, because I'm the same way. There's nothing that I've ever put out that I don't find at least one moment and went, man, how come I didn't go back and fix that,
Yeah, but the beauty of getting away from a project too is when you hear it later, just at random or whatever, it really doesn't sound so bad.
That's true.
Because you put so much time and effort into it, and you're analyzing, you're just nitpicky so much while you're making it.
Overly critical, yeah.
And when I'm away from it, I think all that work was worth it, and then I can listen to it and go, oh, well, it's not that bad.
That is true. And real quickly, okay, a couple things. Well, we were talking off the air about how we initially met, as far as the numerical song, how this sort of all came about. And I was just blown away that you remembered this. But you remembered this.
I totally remember. I brought it up.
Yes, you did.
Yep, and I wanted to ask you about that because I think the very first time we met, you told me we have a song called 67 on the Ear Candy record. And you told me that if you count the very first song on our very first record all the way up to that song, that is the 67th song in chronological order.
It is.
Correct?
It is.
And I always wondered how you even came up with that. It was a thought to do that.
Being a fan
I
from...
do think about it. It reminds me of this, too. It reminds me of the LSD thing in Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. the Beatle deal.
Just completely accidental.
Yeah, they had no idea. They never even thought Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Right.
Thought out LSD. It was just a painting that John Lennon's son brought home to
That's
him.
right.
They called Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Exactly.
And the same with the 67. I mean, we had no idea. It just happened to be that's where it landed.
So when you first told me that years ago, I actually called BS on it. I was thinking, there's no way that could have possibly happened. And now here we sit years later, and you're still telling me the same thing. And Ty was blown away with it when I told him, and it just seems to be one of those things. It's just one of those little funny little things that happens in the universe.
Yeah, and I'm glad it did. It's a nice little story.
Yes,
I'm glad that you found that out.
And Jerry asked, how did I come up with that? And I was just, like I said, too much time on my hands sitting here doodling one day. And back in the day, you know, when there were only, 3-4 albums, then I sort of started a little collection just writing down because I did remember the tracks of the albums. And then as each album progressed, I kept adding to it and adding to it and adding to it. And then when Ear Candy came along, I started adding to that, and lo and behold, 67 was number 67. So
amazing. I think every once in a while I'll be sitting around thinking, I need to count those songs to see if it really is the 67th song.
You can, though. And I invite everyone that's listening to this show. You
I
can.
don't have that much time on my hands.
I know. Well, I don't either anymore these days. But back in those days, I did. And I invite everyone that's listening to this to do the same thing. All the diehard King's X fans. And that's another thing I was going to tell you, Jerry, is that everyone that listens to this show, Light Without Heat, is a diehard King's X fan. And I can say that because there are people that come in the chat room every week. And, you know, they may like some music. There's other stuff they don't like. And then there's other ones that like this and they don't like that and blah, 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 blah. But everyone here is a great big King's X fan. So much love to you guys.
Well, I am honored. I'm always grateful and thankful to hear that. Never gets tired. Tiring, whatever I'm trying to say.
All right. Man, I'm going to let you go here in just a few seconds because it is getting past your bedtime, and it seems kind of late to me now because we've had a long night here. But the next track we're going to play is a track from Ear Candy, speaking of Ear Candy, called American Cheese, and the subtitle is Jerry's Pianto. And while we have Jerry here with us, he possibly could answer the lifelong question now, or lifelong since '96. What in the world is a pianto, Mr. Gaskill?
Well, I could give you the answer to that.
All right.
If I know that answer.
Right. Yes, I know you do.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Here's the story. The story is this. Many years ago, probably 1977, maybe? Many years ago. Maybe around 1977. My ex-wife, who wasn't even my wife at the time, she was my girlfriend, she played piano at this church that we attended. And the pastor's wife was praying one day at the service, and she was kind of stoic and just really into what she was saying.
Right.
And she prayed, and at one point she just said, "And God, please bless Grace." Grace is my ex-wife's name.
Right.
She said, "God, please bless Grace at the pianto." But she actually said pianto. So I shared that story with Ty and Doug, and Ty thought it was hilarious and decided, because I wrote that song on the piano, we decided we should call it Jerry's Pianto. So we did.
Jerry's Pianto.
There you go. That's the truth.
And I did say it sounded like a pimento, a cross between a pimento. I don't know if you had a pimento piano or what's going on, but now we know the real deal here on Light Without Heat, folks. Oh, man, Jerry, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for hanging, and thank you so much for being on the show, man. It's a great honor because I have been a fan for 26, 27 years here with you guys. I didn't get to tell the story about when I first, but I told Jerry, so he knows. So there you go.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. We're going to hear American Cheese, Jerry's Pianto on Light Without Heat.
I know that for at least 1,000 years I haven't tried, and I know that for maybe 10 or 12 long years I've seen you cry, and I know that
Do you remember last week when Stuffer said that if you listened to this week's Light Without Heat, you would have a chance to win your very own Shetland pony? Well, do you remember that? If you do, you better go see a doctor. Stuffer never said anything like that. But for your chance to win your very own Shetland pony, listen to next week's Light Without Heat with your host, Stuffer White. Progressive music for the progressive mind.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good cow.